A media-savvy tech pioneer with a troubled past, John McAfee dies aged 75. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunar Crypto. Today we'll be talking about this article that was published on June 23, 2021 by Leo Jakobson of CoinMarketCap.com. Cybersecurity software pioneer, cryptocurrency advocate, and alleged tax evader John David McAfee is dead at 75 of an apparent suicide in a Spanish jail cell. Media-savvy, outrageous, and frequently outraged, McAfee was widely acknowledged to be a technology genius, having essentially created the antivirus industry in 1987 after coming up with a way to block the first known computer virus, Pakistani Brain, which wiped hard drives. That grew into McAfee Associates, which dominated the antivirus industry, controlling nearly 3/4 of the desktop antivirus market by the early 90s, as well as the business of half of the Fortune 100 firms. He sold the firm in 1994 for a reported $100 million. With 1 million followers of his @official McAfee Twitter account, McAfee had been a very high-profile and profane fugitive for the better part of the decade, espousing conspiracy theories and libertarian ideals, even running a tongue-in-cheek campaign for the US presidency in 2020, with the novel motto, "Don't vote McAfee," while on the lam. He had made a more serious attempt to win the Libertarian Party's nomination in 2016. The libertarian philosophy made him a strong cryptocurrency supporter, and he gave frequent interviews in support of Bitcoin and other private coins. He also created his own privacy-focused cryptocurrency, the McAfee Freedom Coin, 2 years ago. As a Bitcoin proponent, McAfee was most notable for his predictions that Bitcoin was going to moon in July 2017. He tweeted out a promise if Bitcoin did not reach 500,000 within 3 years. A few months later, he doubled down, predicting that Bitcoin would hit $1 million by the end of 2020. I fought the law. A larger-than-life personality, McAfee cultivated and revealed in an outlaw image, frequently posing with automatic weapons and claiming that the US government had drummed up the criminal charges to, quote, "to shut me up." McAfee was facing 5 counts of income tax evasion, alleging that he failed to pay taxes on millions of dollars he earned between 2014 and 2018. According to an October 5, 2020 release by the US Department of Justice, McAfee earned millions in income from promoting cryptocurrencies, consulting work, speaking engagements, and selling the rights to his life story for a documentary. From 2014 to 2018, McAfee allegedly failed to file tax returns, despite receiving considerable income from these sources. The indictment accused him of receiving payments in both bank and cryptocurrency exchange accounts in other people's names, and that he attempted to conceal assets including his yacht. The US Securities and Exchange Commission filed suit against McAfee the same day, accusing him of making more than $23.1 million in undisclosed compensation by recommending at least 7 initial coin offerings or ICOs to his Twitter followers. It added that McAfee's recommendations were materially false and misleading for several reasons, including failing to disclose that he was being paid, falsely claiming to have been an investor and/or technical advisor to the projects, and advising investors to buy coins while secretly selling his own. McAfee was no stranger to criminal charges, claiming to have been arrested 21 times in 11 countries before his arrest in Spain on October 5, 2020. The most recent had been a short stint in a jail cell in the Dominican Republic on weapons charges. That came as a result of making port shortly after a July 19, 2019 tweet that pictured himself with an assault rifle and his wife Janice holding a shotgun, claiming that the CIA had attempted to, quote, "collect us." McAfee had faced far more serious charges, notably fleeing Belize in 2012 after the police there declared him a person of interest in the murder of a neighbor, as well as accusing him of drug trafficking. Conspiracies everywhere. McAfee, who was called paranoid by authorities in Belize and bonkers by the country's prime minister, was given to conspiracy theories ranging from the CIA killing President John F. Kennedy to the accusation that the criminal charges against him were drummed up to, quote, "shut me up." His wife had even told one crypto journalist that he had gone underground at one point after the CIA had assassinated one of his body doubles in Asia. As a conspiracy theorist, the report of McAfee's death by suicide while awaiting trial in prison naturally called to mind a 2019 tweet he made after another death in similar circumstances. The reported suicide of convicted sex offender, prominent socialite, And financier Jeffrey Epstein, who was facing new charges for sex trafficking of underage girls that threatened to enmesh his many wealthy and high-profile friends. McAfee wrote, quote, "I was stunned by Epstein's suicide, though probably not as much as Epstein himself." The notion that McAfee's death was actually a murder was taken up within hours by the far-right conspiracy theorist Quantum Movement. But much of the core of his ideas stemmed from a deep-seated libertarianism, and he frequently intermingled his off-the-wall pronouncements with serious and heartfelt sentiment. His last tweet at 12 p.m. EST on June 18th was in that latter vein. In a democracy, power is given, not taken, but is still power. Love, compassion, caring have no use for it. But it is fuel for greed, hostility, jealousy. All power corrupts. Take care which powers you allow a democracy to wield. McAfee was arrested in a Barcelona airport. He had also claimed that he was broke after years of living on his yacht in the Caribbean to avoid the authorities. His Twitter feed was topped by a pinned tweet from June 16th. "The US believes I have hidden crypto. I wish I did, but it has dissolved through the many hands of Team McAfee. Your belief is not required. And my remaining assets are all seized. My friends evaporated through fear of association. I have nothing, yet I regret nothing." And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.